الحمد لله الحمد لله رب العالمين والعاقبة للمتقين والجنة للموحدين ولا عدوان إلا على الظالمين والصلاة والسلام على سيد الأنبياء والمرسلين سيدنا وحبيبنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم تسليما كثيرا. أما بعد، فأعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. إنا أنزلناه في ليلة القدر وما أدراك ما ليلة القدر. ليلة القدر خير من 1000 شهر. تنزل الملائكة والروح فيها بإذن ربهم من كل أمر. سلام هي حتى مطلع الفجر. صدق الله العظيم. We begin by praising Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the Almighty, the most merciful, the all compassionate, Rahman, Rahim. We send salutations and blessings on the final messenger Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam, upon all of his companions, his household, and those who follow this correct path till the end of time. And may Allah Azza wa Jal, from His mercy, make us from amongst those righteous and noble followers. Ameen, Ya Rabbal Alameen. Brothers and sisters, we are within the concluding days of this blessed month of Ramadan, and how this has come to us within the time when we have needed the mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala the most within our lives, when we are going through testing times, perhaps on a personal level, private level, as well as a global and humanitarian level. It's the mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala who's brought about these days as a guest within our life. Days of reflection, days of self-discipline, days of really recognizing what's meaningful within the court of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and what's not so meaningful, what's useless, and what is weighty within the court of Allah Azza wa Jal. Life and death has been highlighted within these last few weeks. The fragileness of this worldly life that we are in, the materialism that we may have been entwined in, has been brought to reality. Lives has been lost. People have passed from this life till the next life, and at the same time, moments of self-reflection have taken place. And from the mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, within the concluding days of this blessed month of Ramadan, from His mercy He has given us a night that is greater than 1,000 months. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentions this within the glorious Quran, the surah that has just been recited, Surah Al-Qadr. And Qadr referring to various different meanings the Mufassirin have given regarding this particular word. Qadr, one of the meanings is that we make this night significant as the significance that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given us. The significance that Allah Azza wa Jal has given this night by revealing the Quran through the greatest of angels to the greatest of prophets, to the greatest of nations. And many ulama describe that the Qadr is the Qadr for this great nation, this night has been given. And this is a speciality of this nation, i.e. the followers of the final messenger Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam have been given this great boon, this gift and blessing of Laylatul Qadr. And the question by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is, and what do you know of the night of Qadr? وَمَا أَدْرَاكَ مَا لَيْلَةُ الْقَدْرِ. What's its significance? What's its power? What does it hold? And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala describes some of the things. Laylatul Qadri khayrun, it is better. How much better, we don't know. Better than 1,000 months. And the ulama describe that this one night can be the turning point within your life. That can make everything previous to this wiped away. The sins of Allah, the sins that we commit before the Creator subhanahu wa ta'ala, they may be forgiven. The worship that's done is multiplied by times beyond measure. This is the night when the angels, they descend upon the earth within such a manner, subhanallah, that the earth becomes restricted. It becomes tight with the descendant of the angels. And also, the greatest of all angels, Jibreel alayhi salatu wasalam, also comes down on this particular night. These are the last few nights that we're searching for. And also pushing ourselves to do the greatest of actions that we can do. And who knows whether we'll live another Ramadan or not. Whether we'll be speaking about Ramadan back at the masjid, or at home, or in our lives. And the month of Ramadan has come, the first few days we're getting into the routine, then we gain momentum, and then we pick up. And now, it's like the last sprint, the final straight is here. When we devote ourselves purely for the sake of Allah Azza wa Jal. And what must be done? And know, my brothers and sisters, how short life is. The desires that we have, the ambitions that we all have. But know, with doing good actions, that's a blessing of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. On the other hand, and perhaps a greater deal for us, is to stop the bad that we commit in our lives. It's a two-way. Just like we want the blessings of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, we must cut out the bad. And this is why the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam has taught the beautiful dua to Aisha radiallahu anha, and by extension, all of us. Allahumma innaka afuun tuhibbul afwa fa'fu anni. Oh Allah, you love to pardon. So therefore pardon me within such a way that there is no trace left of my wrong. What about that person who doesn't even believe that they commit any wrong, because there's no self-introspection? And this month, in essence, it's brought about to make us God conscious, to know that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is aware of whatever we do, whatever words come out of our mouths, down to the thoughts that we have within our hearts that no one else knows. But knowing that Allah knows gives us self-consciousness, and also brings about discipline within our life. And that's the greatest battle that we have, the mujahada, the restraint against oneself, which is forever living. Or rather, this is a fight that's ongoing till we are living. It's the battle from within, the battle with the nafs, the battle with the eye, the battle with the desire, compared to following the command of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And these are moments where we are following the command of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, down to going against the base desires of hunger and thirst, food and drink. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is teaching us this lesson within this month of Ramadan for our whole lives, knowing that we have an Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to go to, we have an answer to give regarding everything that we have done in this life. Meeting Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala with qalban salim. We're looking for that peace and tranquility within our lives that will take us and be the sail for us for the next life. These are moments that we can rectify, we can take a major U-turn to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So in essence, searching for Laylatul Qadr, and one of the signs that ulama describe is that when you are searching for this night, you don't just spend the night in worship and in tilawah. Yes, that's part of it, but also there's a change in your life for the better. There's that defining moment that you decide, Allah, my life is for you. Inna salati wa nusuki wa mahyaya wa mamati lillahi rabbil alameen. Allah, my life, my death, my sacrifice, my salah is all for you, Ya Allah. I have you in mind at all times. Allah, let this be the turning moment within our lives. Ya Allah, we ask you through His mercy. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala His mercy that we are blessed with the blessing of this night and we are not deprived, because the one who is deprived from such a great blessing is indeed someone who is deprived. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to grant us qadr within our hearts for Laylatul Qadr, and when we can have that qadr, that significance for this great night and what was revealed in this night, the glorious Quran, follow its commandments, stay away from the prohibitions, then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will have qadr for us. وأقول قولي هذا وأستغفر الله لي ولكم ولسائر المسلمين فاستغفروه إنه هو الغفور الرحيم. إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونؤمن به ونتوكل عليه ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا. من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلله فلا هادي له، وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له، وأشهد أن سيدنا ونبينا محمدا عبده ورسوله صلى الله عليه وعلى آله وأصحابه وسلم تسليما كثيرا. To conclude, brothers and sisters, we may be in deep slumber in life. We may be heedless of the signs of Allah and how the day of judgment is drawing closer with each day, with each breath, with each moment. We are drawing closer. There are some people that sleep, they are light sleepers. Something happens that's around them, a little sound from here and there, and they wake up immediately. Some other times, there are people who are deep sleepers. There may be a band that's going past, playing the drums, and yet it makes no difference to them. Likewise, we have major incidents that are happening within the world, and yet people are still asleep to the reality of life. Become awake before death comes and overtakes us and puts us to sleep for good, and there is no return from that. Allahumma ighfir lil muslimina wal muslimat wal muslimina wal muslimat wal mu'minina wal mu'minat al ahya'i minhum wal amwat innaka sami'un qareebun mujibud da'wat. ربنا فاغفر لنا ذنوبنا وكفر عنا سيئاتنا وتوفنا مع الأبرار. اللهم إنك عفو تحب العفو فاعف عنا. ربنا ظلمنا أنفسنا وإن لم تغفر لنا وترحمنا لنكونن من الخاسرين. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين. عباد الله رحمكم الله، إن الله يأمر بالعدل والإحسان وإيتاء ذي القربى وينهى عن الفحشاء والمنكر والبغي يعظكم لعلكم تذكرون. فاذكروني أذكركم واشكروا لي ولا تكفرون.